Hey Clunie Garage fans, it's Fred here. Today we're going to be talking about how to get some camber and front end geometry. Let's get there. Much long awaited episode. I'm getting a heap of comments about our front end geometry and how we're getting so much camber. We have been on a big journey on this to get to the end point that we've gotten here. It has not been easy. You would have seen our latest track day at Sydney Motorsport Park. We were howling around turn 1 and turn 2. Have a look at this. So that's not for the faint-hearted, and you can only do that if you've got a bit of grip, and an 80 treadwear tyre always helps as well. But we're not all about the tyre here at the channel. But let's go back to the start and where we started. It was a hail damage wreck that we picked up. It was going to go, probably an insurance write-off. We've picked it, we've salvaged it. We took it to the track with the original suspension in it, and have a look at some of these corners. As you can see, that suspension was well past its prime, and that thing just did not want to turn. And we've also heard as well is that the front end geometry does not really lend itself to a whole lot of camber and adjustment as well, even when you put coilovers in. So our first step was exactly that. We wanted to put some coilovers in. We chose some BC Racing with the external reservoir coilovers. That was what we could afford at the time, and they've been a fantastic suspension for us. And the thing that we've really struggled with is every time we go to get a professional wheel alignment, we can't even get 2 degrees of negative camber in it. So we've been to about 3 different shops, and by the end of the day, Frankie and I were getting quite frustrated actually, because we know in our other cars we can get -3, -4 in. One of the biggest issues is our front coilovers did not have camber tops, so we couldn't actually adjust the tower geometry in at the top. So that was a limitation. So we reached out to some people at the track. Tony Virag was, talking to us about we've got to remount where control arms go, and then we researched what the V8 Super Utes did, and apparently they went to CAMARO, and that sort of pointed us in the direction around, right, we've got to talk to the experts, and we've got to get some chassis alignment in this thing. So I got on the phone to CAMARO, and they were super helpful, and they knew exactly what our issue was. So the first thing they said we needed to do was to buy a camber caster adjustment kit, which we're about to show you. And also, the piece de resistance is a lower control arm bushing. And that's got an elliptical sort of piece in it that allows you then to get more camber adjustment too. So we've done both of those things. So the guys at CAMARO were really, really helpful. They ship these products all around Australia and to the world. And apparently, they supplied the V8 Ute Racing Series with these same suspension components. So anyway, we were really, really happy. Put them in, got the car professionally wheel aligned, and what do you know? We've got some serious camber and caster in the thing. So much more than we'd ever be able to get before. So I guess you're waiting to have a look at the results. In the meantime, let's look at some more track action, and then we'll show you how they look. Alright, so the Ute is back from its adventures in City Motorsport Parking. You probably had some good footage there, but this is the ingredient here, this little camber top. So that goes on the top part of the strut. I'm just trying to show you all the componentry here so you can see. And then underneath, and that allows us to get our camber. And then obviously, as I've been talking about, there's a lower control arm bush in there, which obviously might be a bit hard with shadows and light. But yeah, you can get -4 degrees with this kit. And we were getting negative 1.8, 1.9 before. So this kit, it works. All right, now we've got some front end geometry in the car. The car actually turns in, but mid-corner rotation has also been helped. We've gone 2 degrees of toe out as well. So this combination of camber and toe has really made this ute, which was really hard to get round corners before. You'd get into a corner, you'd understeer. I'm just sharing some footage now as our time at Wodonga. The tyres are almost standing straight up. You go into a corner and you're off the grip. So really hard to control, really hard to stay into a corner and get corner speed. With this new setup, it's totally different. You can actually lean on it in a corner and have confidence. And I didn't feel the ute understeer once at Sydney Motorsport Park. Hope this helps. We've tried to research all we can around Camber adjust. It's not an easy task. Hopefully this has been helpful. These CAMARO kits are worth it.